Welcome back to the Relaxing Ghost channel here on YouTube. As always, your host with the most, Ghost. Today I'm going to give a little recap of Crown Jewel. The three big things coming out of Crown Jewel. Personally, I didn't watch any of it. Besides about 5 minutes of the show was enough for me. Really quick here, comment down below, guys. Let me know your thoughts on some of these three things happening in WWE right now. I was very disappointed with the results of Crown Jewel. First off, some people are calling this the worst pay-per-view of the year. Worst pay-per-view of the year. And one of the worst pay-per-views of all time. Man, so Friday night I came home off of work. I got home about 4 o'clock in the evening. By that time, Crown Jewel was pretty much over. And just by reading the results, I just went on the Wikipedia. And right away, I was like, wow, what happened to this show? First off, Shane McMahon winning World Cup. I'm guessing this is leading to some sort of a heel turn, but who knows for sure. I think that's what's best for Shane McMahon right now. His babyface run has definitely been, probably thumbs down the last few matches he's had. Really haven't been anything special. He jumped off Hell in a Cell twice within a year or two, and, both times were very predictable. But the thing here is that Miz, they kayfabed an injury to put Shane McMahon as the winner of the World Cup tournament. I hate that. It makes your current roster look very weak and kind of buries Dolph Ziggler and everyone else who was a part of the tournament. I can understand wanting to kind of kayfabe an injury with The Miz, save face for him, but come on, Shane McMahon, he's not even a part-time wrestler. He's considered a non-wrestler. He's never been a full-time wrestler, first of all, and he's, never really wrestled a real match. And what I mean by that is that all of his matches have been some kind of a, no holds barred street fight, something like this. I really think it buried your whole roster by just kind of putting this Shane McMahon as the World Cup winner. I don't like that. Second point here is going to be Brock Lesnar is once again Universal Champion. And he did it by defeating Braun Strowman in about 2.5 minutes. By this point in time, I had not watched a second of Crown Jewel. I seen Shane was the World Cup winner and Brock was the champion. Both matches were ironically the same length at about 2.5 minutes. I'm like, wow. So they pretty much squashed Strowman in 2.5 minutes. So I knew what that meant right away. F5, about 5 F5s, I guess it was. And Strowman is buried as well as the rest of the roster. So why don't we have Shane McMahon versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, World Cup winner, the best in the world, versus the other guy who's the best in the world that's hardly ever there either. This really made no sense. I kind of get where they're going with it, though. We do kind of want Strowman's uh, first title win to feel special and things like that. And a lot of people probably didn't watch the show, so I get that as well. You want to have a lot of eyeballs on Strowman's first big victory here. But come on, destroying the guy in like not even 3 minutes, that's not cool. They could have did a draw, a double count out, or whatever, some type of screwy finish. So before the match, I guess Baron Corbin attacked Strowman with the title, and then Brock Lesnar just F5'd him 5 times and won the belt. Yeah. Not a fan of it. I didn't want Brock as champion again. We went through long enough with over a year and a half as Lesnar holding up the title. Roman Reigns finally defeats Brock Lesnar after a year and a half. And they just go right back to it. Definitely not a fan of that. They could have added someone else to the match. They could have always did that and put the title on someone else. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of where they're going for Survivor Series. Looks like another one of these shows. SmackDown versus Raw, Raw versus SmackDown. This only happens once a year and blah, blah, blah. Not a fan of that Survivor Series. Just, I liked a few matches from the last year's Survivor Series, but the overall way they structured it, I wasn't a fan of. And finally, Triple H and Shawn Michaels defeating The Undertaker and Kane. Yeah, DX is back. Triple H tore his pectoral muscle. And who knows how long this is going to be now. So we lose Roman Reigns and Triple H. Again, these are 4 part-timers going out there, and one of them got injured, Triple H. A lot of people thought it was his shoulder. His arm looked like it was hanging for most of the match. He was outside for most of the match. I heard a few reviews as well. Again, I didn't watch any of that match. But from what I've heard, the match wasn't too good. But it's one I might go back and watch. I want to go back and see HBK ripping Kane's mask off on accident. Shawn Michaels going for a moonsault, and neither Undertaker or Kane could catch Shawn Michaels, and he landed face first on the mat. Not cool. So Shawn Michaels probably received a concussion in his first match back in 8.5 years. Bald Shawn Michaels will have to get used to that. I didn't mention that at Super Showdown review. But let's go back to No Mercy 2007. John Cena had a similar injury. He tore the pec completely off the bone. And he was back for Royal Rumble 2008. John Cena is also superhuman. He returned from a neck injury in 3 months. So I'm not sure if Triple H has the same kind of healing powers as John Cena. But, it depends on how severe the pec injury is. If it's a complete tear, partial tear, different things like that will be considered. But, Triple H and Shawn defeating Taker and Kane, pretty predictable show overall. Besides, Shane winning World Cup and Lesnar winning the title, I think the most of this card was pretty predictable. So WrestleMania 35 could be in jeopardy. You already see these goofy websites and podcasters talking about this. And, the guys that report all this rumors and news and dirt on their YouTube channels. WrestleMania 35 is in jeopardy. Roman Reigns plans changed. No shit, plans change. The guy is going through a pretty intense cancer treatment. I'm guessing plans changed when Roman was taken out of the equation. So if Triple H is able to make WrestleMania, we'll probably know around Royal Rumble time, something like that. It's November, so we'll say November, December, January, February, March. 6 months, I would say, is he may be ready for Mania, may not be. It's really up in the air at this point. I don't know. Triple H is one of my favorites. He hasn't missed a WrestleMania since Detroit at 23. So let me know your thoughts overall on these 3 topics here today, guys. Take some time, hit that subscribe. We'll talk to you later. Peace.